opponent. But if he struggles to secure the kill like he was doing against Sage, it's going to be a lot more
Rage
dangerous.
Bowser's scary.
Yeah.
Rage Bowser's a lot scarier than Rage Fox. And Rage Fox is already pretty scary, but Bowser just kills you so early. We saw him kill, on Battlefield, we saw him get an up throw up air at like 60-something% with max rage. And that's on Battlefield, which is the highest ceiling. So here on Smashville, we'll be able to kill even earlier than Battlefield. But a slight percent lead early on for Frozen, which basically means the game's even.
For the most part, yeah. And while it's very typical that we see Frozen being brought to or bringing people to Smashville, because of how well he's able to utilize the platform to cover space and how he himself moves around so freely, I worry about how he controls the platform. Typically, he'll shark it, or he'll just use it for quick movement options. But Bowser wants you above him. He either wants you struggling to land so that he can figure out how to grab you, or he wants to get an up air on you. It's an incredibly meaty move, and you don't really want to contest it.
That was a very well-spaced forward tilt. I guess the up-angled forward tilt to punish that pin. Oh, man, he got the very late hitbox. If he countered the strong hitbox with that, it definitely would have killed, even if it was down low. But he got that landing hitbox, which is a bit weaker than the other hitboxes of Bowser's down air. And I believe he's at up throw up air percent, or at least very close to it with this much rage. So Bowser's neutral get up about 10 frames slower than the rest of the cast. So Frozen seems to be aware of that, trying to punish it, but not quite able to get it. And the back air is going to seal the stock out. So stock 1 goes to Frozen here. I don't know about all these down airs.
No, they're dubious at best. I can understand why he wants to force Cassius into a shielded situation, just sort of eat the damage, and then he can't really contest it with much, but
it's a good mix-up. I think Corrin's down air is a very good mix-up option. It's very unsafe on shield or on whiff.
Yeah. Pivot forward tilt's going to be forcing Frozen back to the platform, and a very interesting maneuver to get himself back to ledge.
I really liked that that pin into the side and then slide into the wall, but Cassius definitely could have punished it. He misspaced the down tilt, which would have killed from the ledge hit there.
I really like this platform play out of Frozen right now. I was mentioning earlier how, if he doesn't stay aware of the top of that platform, it could end out very unfortunately for him, but he's keeping Cassius on the base platform. He's not really allowing him to control a lot of space, and sitting at 137% still on his first stock while percentages are climbing and cleaning up for Cassius.
I think the most important thing, you mentioned how well he can make use of that platform and how it could also come back to hurt him. But the main way it could come back to hurt him is in Bowser forcing Corrin to land. And Frozen was perfectly content to just stay on that platform the whole time and not land. Move around, wait for an opening, wait for Cassius to commit to something, and then punish it with a pin from a platform or with one of his aerials as he's landing, or even just retreat to the ledge, since Bowser doesn't necessarily have the best ledge trapping game, and Corrin has some very good ledge options that Frozen made some good use of. But regardless, we're going to see Cassius take him right back to Smashville here, thinking that the stage didn't really make too much of a difference in that matchup, just needs to change up the way he was playing it. Wow.
Very neat little mix-up from Frozen. Building up the percentage very nicely. Cassius really not able to do anything.
It's almost going to kill 72% right off the bat. And Cassius still struggling to land. The pivot F smash gets the tipper. Or maybe not quite the tipper. Couldn't quite tell. But 95% before he gets hit by that one F tilt right there. Wow. Dominating show from Frozen so far. But it's Bowser. He's not out of this.
Oh, absolutely not. Especially with Rage.
Throw an air right there. Needs about 2 more grabs.
If he could just get his down throw into his nair or maybe some fair strings.
Yeah, I think if he gets up throw fair and then up throw up air, should be, yeah, especially with that little extra. Or with Rage, he's getting close to the percent right now.
Yeah, even at that.
This is very close to up throw up air percent. Certainly a lot of Bowser's aerials could kill. One pummel, 75%. That is it.
There he goes.
120% rage on Bowser, and Cassius is going to take that first stock.
So Frozen got to hit the drawing board now that he has to deal with Rage Bowser, and he has to figure out some way to secure this kill, which is a lot easier said than done, regardless of all of the high knockback moves that Frozen is going to bring to the table with Corrin. Like, this is still a very patient Bowser you have to deal with. Cassius is no stranger to being under the knife like this.
He get that little bit of a landing hitbox. That's the one we saw get countered earlier. But that back air is going to seal out the stock, and we have a pretty even game here in game 2. Just a 10% edge for Cassius at the moment, and that is erased immediately by a down air.
I kind of like, though, Cassius just opted immediately just leave the spawn platform and go into it on Frozen. Just don't give him any time to recuperate his thoughts. Because in this kind of high-tension situation, you need to keep whatever pressure you have left.
I like the down B edge cancel right there. Oh, the forward tilt beating out the pin. Bowser's hand is intangible, his whole arm on his tilts. So good spacing by Cassius, and he's done that a couple times now to beat out Instapin. He's been spacing very well around that. Looking for the up air that would have put him into range for the grab confirm, but not able to get it quite yet. Oh, the tipper up smash is going to take it. Very well played by Frozen. He reads that air dodge, and he's going to move on to, wow, all the way to Grand Finals.
And we're going to be seeing the rematch of Free Saltines Frozen coming in from loser's side. A very hard-fought battle.
What a loser's run.
Winner's side, the man who put him in there, the great Gonzalez.
Yeah. So Gonzalez beat, wow.